Me. Let's see. Oh, Natty said hopefully she can help catch this live. So first thing I want to talk about. Oh my gosh. So I know a lot of people. I want to talk about. Oh my gosh. Oh, got on here. Are nervous about this whole well, not denial, but the SEC saying that they didn't put this tweet out. I fully believe they put this tweet out. Then they tried to say this morning that it was a legitimate hack and people checked and investigated. I don't believe it at all. I just feel like, as I was telling my group, I feel like it was one of those things where they had all their top 1% investors in the room and was just trying to show them how easy it is to manipulate the market and pretty much probably telling them, look, we run this market, we can make it move how we want it to move. I don't believe for 1 second it had it to anything to do with a Twitter hack. Um, and then the thing they keep trying to do is say like it's the investors who are panicking and selling. And to be honest, been through two cycles already, and even last cycle, even I kind of believe that, but it's not something I believe at all anymore. I fully believe that when they do this stuff, they just try to blame it on the retail, but it's actually them dumping and taking profits. For any regular guy, any retail investor, it's okay to take profits. That's why we're in the market. We're in the market to make money, take profits, but I feel like a lot of the times it's just them dumping on us and then trying to blame it on retail being scared or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm really not worried about this news. Like I try to tell everybody, I'm holding for the long haul. I know a lot of people try to trade in and out. I have very few that I'll pick up and I'll buy for a quick trade. Maybe I'll do a. It sounds crazy when you're in crypto, but I might do it for a quick 10x or a quick 15x trade. But I always have my long term bags. I don't care what happens. Like I said, my G Swift, my Celestia. I'm holding those no matter what's happening, not trading out for anything to take profits. Not this time, I mean, not at this time. That'll be later into the bull run. But yeah, not really worried about this news. But yeah, today I'm trying to take it slow and take my time, as I get used to this whole live thing. But I want to talk about one particular project. I know a lot of times on my channel and in my group, I talk about a lot of low caps because you can make bigger gains off low caps. There's more potential for X's on low caps. You can get those 100X's, those 1000X's. But one thing I remember when I first started my group with some guys from work, and I came to them with Celestia, and I think at the time Celestia was maybe I think it was 300 million. I know it was like $2.27. It was like right at the bottom of when it got listed. It was like $2.27. And so I brought them Celestia, and they was like, I thought you was, talking about micro caps, so no, we can get a lot of gains or whatever. But as we know, Celestia took off as flying. I think we probably at a 6 or 7x right now. It keeps testing $16, but I'm holding it for the long term. I mean, my price target for Celestia, I see is one of my. I say it's a blue chip already to me. I'm thinking it's going to hit about 190. That's what my kind of target is. I usually try not to do like price targets, but that's kind of one of the price targets I've been thinking of. But of course, once you get into the bull run, you're really just looking at the timing of the market, seeing the sentiment of the market. But not just I hold it as one of my larger caps because I trust in it or mid cap. But a lot of things. Well, no. So one thing I have been sleeping on myself. I hear a lot of people talking about it. Is the airdrops that you get when you stake Celestia. Now I'm going to be honest. Been through two cycles already, and this one coming up. And staking my crypto is not something I ever did. I wanted to, I wanted to be liquid. So when I'm getting ready to sell, I can sell it when I'm ready to sell, and I don't have to worry about no unlocking process or any of that. So, but with Celestia, not only, I mean, this cycle, another thing I'm gonna say is this cycle is much more advanced than last cycle. I remember even on the exchanges, it was like if you want to export or import, it was Ethereum. It was kind of working in Solana, whatever. You didn't have like you can export Solana blockchain and Polygon blockchain and all that kind of stuff. But so this cycle, things are getting much more streamlined. And one thing I found that I really like that I use for staking my Celestia. I just love this wallet. Usually, the only wallets I mess with are hardware wallets. Back in the day was Ledger, now Tangent. But this Kepler wallet, if you do have Celestia, even if you don't have a lot, because we got in at the bottom and we loaded up. Just put it that way, we loaded up. But even if they have some airdrops, even if you only have one Celestia, 1 to 5 Celestia, which is one Celestia is about $15. I think five is maybe $75. And so if you just want to take $15 or $75 and stake it on Kepler Wallet, which is easy to download, it's easy to deal with, and maybe I'll make a video on that. But I know a lot of guys have been making videos on it, and I try not to do the same content as other people just for the sake of making content and trying to get views. But I've been loving this Kepler wallet. I mean, it's easy. Even if you're not experienced, if you are experienced, like I feel like I can go into this. I'm experienced, but it's like you don't need much experience, besides really figuring out how to send your Celestia or your Cosmos over to the wallet. But I've been enjoying the process. It's been really smooth. And so waiting for that first airdrop, I'm not gonna lie, I missed a couple, and I have a lot of Celestia. Just put it that way. So I'm like, I could have been letting this work for me, gaining APR and stuff, and getting these free airdrops and making some serious money. But it's okay. I mean, we can only start from where we're at. But if you want to check this out, if you want me to make a video on this, I will. Because one thing I know, even with myself, there's certain channels you trust, some you don't. So even if somebody does make a video, if you don't trust them as much, you may not pay attention. So maybe I'll make a video on this. But it's a really smooth process, and when you once you stake your Celestia, your Atom tokens, or whatever it may be, you do have to wait those 21 days to unstake it. But from what I'm hearing, even some of the people who only stake one Celestia, has been very rewarding for them. Um, a lot of people are comparing one of the upcoming drops that I'll talk about probably in another video. I'll mention this Milky Way. They're comparing it to Jito, but like I said, I'm not promising anyone that they'll get rich from these airdrops, but you can make a little money on the side. Staking one Celestia, staking 5 Celestia. I'm not trying to say $75 is no money, because I know everybody's situation is different. But if you have some Celestia, I would definitely say, just not financial advice, but take a look at it. It's a really easy wallet to look at. I remember even staking. I mean, you had the couple of wallets, Solana wallets, you just press stake or whatever, but it wasn't as streamlined, I don't think, last cycle. I really like how they have this set up on Kepler wallet. So yeah, if you have some Celestia or you have some Atom tokens or Osmosis, definitely check it out, even if it's one. If you just want to try it out, you don't want to take a big risk, take $15. Maybe it's at $16, buy one Celestia, and see what can happen. So yeah. EA said 190 billion. Yeah, man, just definitely check it out. And guys, I gotta start sharing EA stuff in my group too. You got some good stuff over there. I always try to take a glance at it, and people don't know how much time you have to spend in crypto. Like, even when I'm not even responding to my Discord, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing it right, but I'm studying, man. It takes a long time. I mean, this is I wake up at 5 a.m., go to bed at 9:30, and sometimes I don't even move from this chair. Like, my girlfriend will probably make me some food and bring it to me. Um, she's amazing. But yeah, so yeah. But anyway, I could talk about her all day. But if you got some Celestia, definitely check out Kepler Wallet. There's a lot of chains are starting to use Celestia for data availability, and to make that simple, as I always try to do, is that just means that the blockchains can offload their data to Celestia to handle that. Therefore, their blockchain can just handle the transactions and make sure their blockchain is running faster. And I mean, Celestia is going to be huge. Like, soon as I saw it this cycle, I wish I heard a lot of people got the airdrops. That's one airdrop I would not have dumped and sold at launch. Like, I wish I could have gotten the airdrop. But a lot of chains are going to be using Celestia. The modular blockchain thing is going to be huge this cycle. I just can't believe more people aren't on it. But I'm going to move. Speaking of modular blockchains, and I always talk about this because I really don't think people really understand G Swift and all the stuff that it has going on, which is one of the other modular blockchains. And it's a gaming blockchain. Like, we got we got IMX, and a lot of people talking about Gala. I'm not really bullish on Gala, not knocking it. I'm not going to be one of those channels. Well, I will say some are trash, but G Swift one is a modular gaming blockchain, which means other blockchains can plug into G Swift. Games can use their SDK to put their games on G Swift and create their own blockchain or whatever you want to do. But the thing I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and maybe that's because it hasn't dropped yet, is the fact that it's integrated with Layer Zero, which means try to explain in simplest terms. It means like you plug in a G Swift and you can game on any blockchain. I'm literally flabbergasted that G Swift is still like under 40 million market cap. Not financial advice, but like I said, I guess a lot of people have to wait for the hype, and a lot of projects have FUD. I think every project has FUD, whether it's somebody that wants to buy in lower, or they're mad they missed the boat, or they want to pump the bags of their gaming blockchain, or the gaming project. Like I always say, you can hold multiple, and you don't want to over diversify, but I don't think it's smart for people to come in this and just hold one token and expect that to take them to Valhalla or whatever. But yeah, I just can't believe people are sleeping on GameSwift. It's a modular blockchain. It's one of the few, even I think listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap under that category. So the integrated with Layer Zero. They have a partnership with Polygon ZK EVM. I'm not sure if many other projects have that. They do have the staking thing also, like Celestia, where they airdrop you different projects. Like I said, I know everybody's not as comfortable with staking. Speaking of, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just be honest. I'm a little ADHD. I'm not like all these other YouTubers that try to be all polished. But I'm gonna come back to G Swift. But yeah, the APR on staking Celestia, I was like, I've been tripping because I have had Celestia since like November, early December, or early November, or probably earlier than that, and I have not been staking it. The APR over there is wild. Like, I'm very excited about that. I'm getting new Celestia for free. Anyway, back to G Swift, another modular blockchain. Another thing people not understanding is the tokens that are frozen on G Swift, because people keep talking about what the market cap is. The fully diluted is too high, but a lot of those tokens are frozen. I think there's a new listing coming. And as I get more into this and trying to help people in my Patreon, I realize how much I'm not always able to keep up with everything going on in the Discord. Let me look at some of these comments. I know EA knows a lot about G Swift too, but I'm pretty sure there's um, a sex listing coming, or a centralized exchange listing coming. I mean, I'm just very bullish on G Swift and like how they take their time putting out all their announcements. They're not, because what people don't realize is if your project pumps too early in the bear market, or in the even in the bull market when it's just starting, sometimes the pump dies out and people run to other projects. So you want to kind of space out those announcements. Oh yeah, Movement Labs. Yeah, right. EA. That's what man. Listen. I'm gonna say it again. Some people follow, they're like small YouTubers, but they're kind of getting biggish now. And these people talk about the same projects every day. I'm even trying to do better with that. When I come up, because I'm trying to get my Patreon time to get and stuff. But channels like my channel, everything altcoin. Um, like I said, hustle over banter. I really focus on gaming a lot because I think it's going to be a bullish narrative. But man, follow these channels that are talking about different projects. These other channels, I promise you, and I'm gonna be petty right now because one of them saw that I was streaming right now, and at the last minute started to stream the same time as me, trying to block my views because I keep saying they keep just sealing their bags. I'm trying not to be petty, but stop following channels that keeps talking about the same things, that don't have alpha. They don't know what's going on in the space. I noticed it quickly about everything altcoin, that this guy knows what's going on in the space, always talking about new stuff, has the alpha, and spits it out to you. So, if you're not following everything altcoin, you should definitely do that. But Movement Labs, yeah, I've been looking into that. Dimension, um, Manta. I wish these projects were out now. Even some people in my Patreon was asking about, projects I'm bullish on. I'm like, a lot of them haven't came out yet. Dimension, Movement Labs, Manta, um, Monad. It's a lot of projects that are, yet to come out. And then, a lot of people can say the names. I see that too. A lot of people come on their lives or the videos and they'll say the names, but they don't really know how to explain what it does or what it is. They just know they heard the name somewhere. You're like, that's not what you want. Um, yeah, Celestia is in the Cosmo ecosystem. It is. I think Cosmos is still working out, their stuff last bull run. So, I mean, of course they got some market share because it wasn't as many altcoins, but I don't think a lot of people knew what Cosmos was doing. last bull run, but I'm very bullish on that whole ecosystem right now. Yeah, maybe the Cosmos token won't get you as many astronomical gains, but their ecosystem is amazing. Definitely start studying the Cosmos ecosystem. I know I'm always been bullish on Solana. You know, study the Solana ecosystem. Cosmos, you got, like I said, you got Celestia. Say, it's a lot of good blockchains that you should, be studying right now. Um, oh, Natty says she's been following EA. Yeah, man, that's like the bigger channels can't talk about the stuff that we talk about because they can pump them and then because they're smaller market caps or whatever. But follow the right smaller channels too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say it again. I say it every time. There's people just talking about GFAL and Myria. I hold a big bag of Myria, but there's so many other gaming projects. Um, yeah, and Crypto Casey. Yeah, man, Crypto Casey is a lot of people say like people like Crypto Casey and George are boring or whatever, but they really teach you sound stuff because people run in the market and they just want you to tell them the microcast. But if you don't have the right mindset, you're going to be messed up. I think a lot of people say he's boring, but George helps with that. Crypto Casey helps with that. She talks about a lot of the stuff in the financial world to help you understand what's really going on. And it's important to know that stuff. Like me, I'm in crypto full time. I realize everybody can't watch all these videos and absorb all this content. Like I'm sitting at this computer literally 16, 17 hours a day. And but yeah, Crypto Casey, if Crypto Casey mentioned it, oh wow. I don't think if you're new to the space, I don't think you realize like Casey doesn't talk about anything. Like she barely talks about any project. And if she mentioned it below 40 million, I can't now I'm really confused why people haven't aped into it. Man, G Swift should be at 200 million minimum. I gotta go find that. Crypto Casey talked about G Swift, and it's people will find out. That's all I can say. Um, EA said no one understands G Swift. Like, man, people are like Layer Zero. Like, I guess when Layer Zero comes out, people maybe they'll understand what's really going on with G Swift because like people just think it's a gaming platform. Oh, I know another gaming platform, IMX, Gala, but none of these gaming platforms do what G Swift is doing. And like I said, doing not what they're trying to do. Um, they already got games on them. They got, they've already bridged over to all the different blockchains. So it's not like they're just saying like, oh, we can, get on these different blockchains. They've already bridged over to them. So it's, there is, here's the thing that's funny. I know Portal had a lot more hype and, bullish on Portal 2. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy into Portal because I know when that thing launches, it's going to go crazy. But then you have G Swift that is like doing what Portal says it does or whatever, and like people are sleeping on it. But that just shows you how much people aren't like watching the right channels or really understanding what's going on in the space. And a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these smaller channels, they're scared to talk about these projects because they don't know. They got to wait till somebody else talks about it. Like as soon as I saw G Swift, I think we got in at 4 million. That was my first video. I was like, I'm going to start my YouTube channel of G Swift because I'm bullish on it. I know what this does, so I can talk about it. I'm not, scared to talk about it. I gave some under 1 million market cap coins to my Patreon yesterday. But I'm not always doing that, just trying to dump small stuff. I've given them stuff from 500,000 market cap all the way to 500 million market cap. But these are things that I'm bullish on that I know will keep moving during the bull run and not just be a quick 10x and then dump. What's your thoughts on AI tech? I just saw AI tech the other day. How did I feel? I didn't research it and look deep into it, but I'm trying to remember how I felt at the moment. I think I said I would come back to it. You say you've been seeing on Twitter. Here's another thing. I'm not going to try to name any projects, but I'll see a lot of stuff shield on Twitter, right? And Twitter is the place for alpha. And I don't know what to call these projects, but there are a lot of projects out there that are really marketing as the same way they do with meme coins. They're marketing the tech and it looks good. They got good marketing. They got good pictures, good websites. But I know two of them. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to FUD anybody's bags that look good, say they got a good project, good narrative and everything. But these things are fake as like a $2 bill is real because I have one. Why was I about to say that? Fake as a $7 bill? I don't know. But they can get people because, the whole market is just speculative. But when I know it's a fake project and it's just good marketing and they got a lot of influencers behind them, I know they could also dump it any moment. I saw two of them do it already. Should I name them? I'm not going to go there, but I've already seen two do it this fall before the new year even started because it looks good. And what they say they do looks good. They got influencers talking about them. The website looks good. The Twitter looks good. It's got a good following. So that's why you really have to like look into these projects to make sure they're legit. But I'm gonna leave that at that. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Um, You know what, man? I Here's the thing. I know you're gonna say I sound crazy, but like I'm honest on my channel. I'm good at finding gems, right? Um, I don't know how I feel about private sales. I guess I'm gonna talk to you, EA, more about the private sale things. So I know you got the vesting schedule, and you don't get them all at one time. So I'm like, how bullish am I on private sales? I know people say if you get in private sales and you get in early, you can get some X's early, and you know your 100X comes before the market's 100X or whatever. But I gotta see, man. I like knowing exactly where my money is, but I know I've heard they're really good, man. I guess I wish I could have, man. Yeah, movement. I just been like, oh man, it's a good project. It's a good project. Um, AWT. Let me see what some of these projects you guys are talking about. There's more stuff I could talk about G Swift, but I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to be that channel that just talks about the same thing. But I am talking about the same things now because I'm just getting started, getting acclimated with doing my live streams, and I want my Patreons to get into the stuff because everybody doesn't always have money on hand. Looking at this AWT that Natty just mentioned. Uh, Sometimes my nerves and my little ADHD gets. I'm much more calm with this live stream. I will say that, taking my time. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of people that I follow and respect looking at AWT too. I'm gonna look deeper into that. I'm gonna keep it in this tab here. Oh yeah, it's a lot of good people following. Let's see, 6 million market cap. They joined in September 2022. That's a good timing. I'm gonna look deeper into this later. Like I try not to give those certain comments right on live. Um, but yeah. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to. I had two other people ask me to come on the channel or whatever. I just get in my nerves sometimes, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing the best to help my Patreon as much as possible. Like I said, sometimes I'm studying so long. I'm like, dang, did I talk to them today? But I feel like they understand this how it is. I'm not going to be talking to there all day. It's not like a chat room in 2003 where you're just talking all day. But yeah, I'm trying to get where I'm coming on other people's channels and stuff. Because yeah, I do enjoy your content and your whole demeanor and how you approach the space. Shay says, yes, tell us I need to avoid scams. Man, it's a lot. Listen, man, like I said, been through two cycles, and there's a lot of people who, here's the thing, let me try to say this clearly. There's a lot of people who were in last cycle and they saw how many people didn't know about crypto. So they were like, I'm gonna start a channel this. And if you start in the bear market, when everything's down, when stuff starts pumping, it makes people think, oh my gosh, these people know about the space, and then their channels blow up and they have absolutely no idea what they're doing at all. I'm like serious. I know some channels that have gotten big, and I can tell they don't know anything about the space like at all. They just came in last cycle and they figured, oh, I know Solana, I know Polygon. And then I've like actually the first guy to come to my channel in my Patreon was a guy I work with. And he was saying how he followed this one channel during the bear market, and the person kept changing their mind, like, "Oh, I'm no longer bullish on that. No, I'm no longer bullish on that. No, I changed my mind." And they try to use the excuse that, "Oh, narratives change and people change their minds." That's true, but you should not be changing your mind on 30 picks. And then you go and copy somebody else's channel, and then just pump your audience up, and they think you're this guru that you're not. Like I said, if you see people talking about the same projects over and over, I'm not gonna say the names, but they don't know what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. And like I said, even one of them even tried to infiltrate my Patreon, trying to get alpha and then take it back to their group like it was their information. But I'm gonna leave that alone because I talk about it every time. But it's a little annoying because I hate to see people get wrecked. Like the industry is made, you're gonna take somebody else's money. I completely understand that. But that's people way into the bull run. We're talking about late 2024, 2025. I don't think anybody should be getting wrecked right now like the market has barely started. Like we're really not even supposed to be starting until next fall, but this market is starting quicker. So when I see people getting wrecked, it makes me mad. Like I just got this big heart that I got from my mother, and that's just how I am. And so I hate to see these channels like they talk very intellectual and sound like they know what they're talking about, and then just people getting wrecked. They're just pumping micro caps. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. Yeah, I don't want you to get scammed. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to avoid the scams. You definitely do. Um, AIPG has a big max supply. Let me look at that. AIPG. I want to make sure it's not coming up on Coin Market Cap. Let me try Gecko. I had some other notes and stuff I want to talk about, but yeah, if you like I said earlier, if you're just coming into the space and you don't have a lot of money, I would say try to throw $15, $30 to get some TIA, stake it over at Kepler Wallet, and maybe you can get some money for the bull run. Say you just like you paycheck to paycheck, and you just don't have the extra money. See if you can make some money off these airdrops. I'm gonna try to talk about it more in my group, in my Patreon. So, you can make money on the side. You may have only $100 for the next foreseeable 2 years, but if we can use 30 of that to make you another $100, then you can keep compounding that. Just stake those TIA tokens, Atom tokens, or whatever. Um, I'm looking to this one later. Sorry, I'll get to a point where I have a flow where I can do this on stream, but I just don't want to, just pull up something because I also realized from being last cycle, some people see something on your live stream, even if you're a small channel, they'll just see it on your screen. You don't even have to say anything about it, and they ape into it. I don't want anybody to say I got them wrecked, but I will look into it. It said name the names. I'm not trying to be petty like that, but if I hear more people getting wrecked by them, I probably will because I'm wired a little different. I grew up a little different, a lot different to be honest. So I'm not the typical YouTuber that's trying to be, I'm friends with everybody and look at me. Just, I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, like the stream. See, I'm not even good at that stuff. Yeah, like the stream. Hopefully we can push it out, build the community up. Natty said, good looking. I'll get on your Patreon. I'll hit you up with some of my watch list. Also gain some alpha from yours. Yeah, it's about helping one another, man. And like I told my group, I see a lot of people that used to some of the channels I'm talking about used to do this thing where I'm gonna close my Patreon soon, but they just do it so people FOMO in. But I'm literally God's honest truth is I'm probably going to close my Patreon fall of 2024 because at that point, I'm sorry, but the people getting in fall of 2024, maybe I might keep it open till maybe March of 2025. But after that, I'm just close it off, man, because I don't want people coming in the middle of the market. That's how a lot of people get wrecked. And I don't want those people in my Patreon saying it was my fault because they saw a project that had already ran 500x or whatever, and they got into it because they saw it in the Patreon. But yeah, check out the Patreon. I'm not one of these people who's trying to get rich off Patreon. Like I said, I'm always just trying to fund my research. Like if people understood that I'm literally, my girlfriend could tell you 5:30 a.m. I come to this room and I leave here at 9:30 and I go to bed. I don't go to the movies. I don't. This is, you spend 2 years gaining financial wealth and you're free and not freedom to buy. It's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. It's cool. Lambos, whatever. But the freedom of your time, I don't think people understand that enough. Like, I'm older than I look. I'll say that. And just having the freedom of your time and to be able to choose what you want to do, that's the riches. That's the freedom. It's not the Lambos and the Rolls Royce that I'm going to get. But have the freedom of your time. And that's why I want a lot of people to have, especially right now. Like people are half scared about it, half don't know, but we don't know what AI is going to do as far as, the job market. So I want all the people that's in my Patreon to be ready for that. And, if you have to help your family out, you'll be in that position to help them out. Now, we know that can get a little dramatic itself, but, you'll be in good standing. But yeah, I talked about Celestia, talked about G Swift, because I don't think people really understand like all it does, but they'll understand soon. But on my channel, I do try to focus mainly on the things that I think will be bullish. Like I said, gaming, looking for some more AI plays that I can put other people on because a lot of them have already ran, like AOS, Tau, Fetch AI, they have ran. But I'm looking for some more of those because I do believe right now it's quiet, but AI is definitely going to pop. And I also saw that the Apple Vision Pro is about to drop soon. So metaverse and AR is going to be coming back around too. So I don't want to just like jump on a project because of narrative sake and just buy a crypto because of that. But I do know that it, will pump in the future. Meta Quest 3 is cool and all, but that Vision Pro is going to smash. That's what I'm going to say. That it's going to be crazy. And the more I looked into the Vision Pro, and I found, because I always had the question with the VR headsets, like how much, like, are you seeing air between you? Like, I know it's AR. Can you look through the screen? Because I'm bougie when it comes to TVs. Like, I love my LG OLEDs. And when I found out that the Vision Pro headset actually has two different OLED screens that are more than 4K each, I was like, oh, this is different. This is not going to be that see-through floating screen. Like, this is really going to be legit. And everybody said, "Oh, their price is crazy." Like, I'm not even talking about crypto anymore. Listen, I'm getting used to the live thing. I'm just trying to be in chill mode and keep my nerves down. But a lot of people said they're not going to get it. But what I don't think people realize is that the headset, you don't have to have. I don't believe you have to. You don't have to have an iPhone or a Mac to go with it. It is a computer itself. And I don't think a lot of people realize that about the Vision Pro. So a lot of people saying, $3,500 is a lot. Granted, I probably, in my mind, would probably say $2,500, $2,700 because, like I say, you pay that for a MacBook Pro anyway. Before this thing does, it's pretty crazy. I do wish it had better battery life. But anyway, I believe the whole AR thing, VR, metaverse narrative will really come back once that launches. And I think it launches February 2nd. And so when that happens, I think the market should be kind of swinging up. I'm pretty sure this ETF is coming. If it hasn't came while I'm on stream, y'all let me know. Um, but yeah, so I try to focus on gaming, the stuff I can track and I can know what it does and know why it's bullish. I have a gamer in my Patreon that I can hand that off to, that he can also, I can rub, I know the crypto side of gaming. He knows actual gaming, AI, interoperability, projects like Axelar, Layer Zero that's still yet to come out. Like I said, Connects Network, that I believe a lot of people are still sleeping on. Layer Zero, any of those things that are, bringing about that like interoperability, and Layer Zero being that omni chain kind of thing where it doesn't matter what blockchain you're on. That's the stuff I'm bullish on. Just like I told the guy in my group, I'm not really bullish on DeFi like that a lot, to be honest. I know, like I said, Milky Way is coming out on Celestia. That's going to be like Jito. It's going to be their first LSD or liquid staking derivative on Celestia. So stuff like that. It's a first mover, and I know it's got Celestia is very bullish this cycle. So like stuff like that I'll look into, but I'm not trying to just grab every little thing that I see. And I don't know if a lot of people like that, but I do try to throw different stuff out there. But interoperability, AI, gaming, layer ones, all that kind of stuff, I'm really bullish on. Yeah. Um, and Natty said, you watching this live stream while working? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get everybody off that job. Like seriously, man. Like Lambos is cool, but maybe you have to be a certain age to, like I said, after you go through a couple of things and you realize like that cash is in the bank, or well, we can't even say that anymore. We have the money. It's gonna be on my tangent. But you can just sit there and not have to jump up. I'm big on, like, I've always wanted children. So when I have children, I can spend time with my kids and help them with their schoolwork and be there for them. That's what I'm here for. And I'm trying to help everybody that joins my Patreon do the same thing and not miss those moments with your kids and your family. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not like other YouTubers. I know. Ben Smith said robot taking over incoming. Chat GPT already does all my work. Yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff that can be outsourced to AI. I don't think people really realize that. Like, I think when it first dropped, people got scared, but I think people have already forgotten about it. That's one thing my girl always taught me, like pay attention how people are so easily to forget stuff, especially like in politics. Like a politician is going to say they're going to do something, but they never do it, and nobody ever blinks. They don't even care because they quickly forget. Um, but yeah, we'll see, man. I know AI has taken a couple of associates jobs of mine. I don't want to say friends, but people that I know. Vision Pro is kind of worth it. I mean, no, as you said, Vision Pro is kind of pricey. Is it worth it? I think it will be. Like I said, just like crypto, I wouldn't say anybody FOMO into it, but when you really look at what the Vision Pro does, like I said, I think a lot of people think it's just a headset and they must have an iPhone or they must have a MacBook Pro, but it works along as standalone. It's its own computer. And listen, here's the thing. me being in the crypto space and loving tech, I want to get on this as soon as possible so I can see where it can go. I can see what projects may be using this and see what projects that may be bullish in crypto. For me, it's a worth it investment. Just to see where things are going. I always like just like with crypto, how people are saying crypto is a scam. I put it in my other video. They said it about the internet. They said it about Amazon. They was like shopping online. That's a scam. Nobody's ever going to do that. So we're all kind of saying it now, like, what, $3,500? That's crazy. But we're all going to be using it. So I just want to get ahead of the curve and see what it's doing. And I mean, I like tech. I love tech. I love tech. And so, like I said, when I found out that it had the two OLED screens, like my LG TV, I don't care what nobody says. Nobody makes better TVs than LG. Prove me wrong. I'm willing to see. But when I found out that it wasn't just, like just cast in the air, like this is going to be really crisp. I think I never say his name right. MKBHD did a review on it, and I think he was saying the same thing. So yeah, I'm really bullish on checking this VR out. Natty said, my face looks familiar. Last week, I remember where I saw you. ATL. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, I was in the ATL movie and the ATL show. Yes, I'm a professional actor too, which is another reason why I can't come on here scamming people. And that's why I got to make sure all the content I put out is good. Yeah, I'm a professional actor. That's what I do. Actually, I'm going to be in BMF, which should be dropping in March, I think. So yeah, I'm going to be on BMF for a couple of episodes. We kind of got messed up with the writer's strike, and um, we didn't get a chance to finish filming. It's like we wanted to, so some of my episodes might be cut. But yeah, I'm a professional actor. I was in Atlanta, the Donald Glover show, and ATL the movie with Ti. Um, what you said? What am I most bullish on this run? Hmm. So many. Of course, G Swift because I got in early. Celestia. Like I said, I'm waiting for Manta Monad to drop. Um, like I said, I'm bullish on Dimension too. So waiting for that to come out. Layer Zero, of course. Um, Layer Zero. What else? Those are my most bullish ones because if they're coming to the top of my head, those are the ones I'm really bullish on. Wish I got into AVAX earlier. I was not fully back into crypto this cycle yet, but I was looking at the movements that AVAX was doing, and I really should have jumped on that. But we still got AVAX gaming, so even though it's getting really oversaturated, just gotta be in the right groups or whatever. Um, but yeah, this was a little cool little time on here. I'm just coming on here, just talking about some stuff with psychology of the markets. Next time I want to I want to talk about more cryptos. But like I said, I want to give my Patreon time to get into them. I'm just, I'm giving myself grace to, get used to the whole process of the live stream and get my nerves down. Speak slowly because I speak fast and I literally always have like five things going on in my brain. Um, but yeah, I think I did put some on it, like Honeyland. I haven't done a video on Honeyland yet, but I'm really thinking Honeyland is going to really rip. We got in Honeyland around 6 cents. With some of the earlier patrons, we got in at 6 cents. But Honeyland I think, is going to be one of the biggest games on Solana. So I don't want to just come on here and ramble and not give any picks. That's why I think I did put it in the thumbnail. They already got a game that's on, Android and iPhone. And their founder is really about building the game and making it fun. He doesn't talk about token price, but we know it's going to rip. There's not a lot of games on Solana. There's another one coming out on Solana that I don't want to talk about yet because it's not out and I got to get my hands on it. I'm just being honest. I want to get my hands on it, buy some myself, give it to the Patreon. And I'm pretty sure when it launches, it has the retest, but it's a pretty good looking game on Solana that's coming out because I know Solana got a lot of FUD last cycle. So, but yeah, people got to pay attention to Solana. All that FUD stuff and downtime on the chain, I think all that stuff is gone. So when those projects on Solana start dropping, definitely pay attention. But Honeyland is definitely going to probably be one of the biggest projects. Illumia also has already did a video on Illumia, and they got this new guy that I'm not big into gaming, but he's called Lazy Peon. Apparently, he's one of the biggest gamers in the space. The guy that's in my group that does gaming, he knows him, and so this guy has like millions of followers. So I hate to say it this way, but it is what it is. I think he's really going to help pump Honeyland up. Token ticker is HXD. Honeyland on Solana, you can get it on Radium. But I think whoever this Lazy Peon guy, I was looking at his channel a little bit, and I think he's really going to help them make the game even better. And it's already like it's like big time, like another sleeper. But I know like the alpha's not out there, so big time is like 100 million market cap. It may have, I think it's come down, but Honeylands definitely can be like the next big time. That's why I put in the other video. But yeah, like I said, most of the stuff I'm talking about is mindset. And people, like I said, always want picks. But if you don't have your mind right and you're trying to trade it in and out, like from being in two cycles, and from George from Cryptos who said it the most, if you know you're in a good project and you have conviction, just hold it. Don't chase every pump, because you don't realize the value of your bag is just fluctuating every time you get in something. You put $10 in something, you make $100. Then you go run and try to put in something else. It's still $100. You buy $100 worth of that token that you chase, and then now your bag's down to $80. Then you find another one that's pumping. You might go back up to 85, and then you trade out another one, and you go to 115, which just hold one, you would have been at $300. You would have made the 3x. So yeah, I try to talk about a lot of the mindset stuff. I do drop the micro caps in the Patreon. I'm trying to do that more with them. I'll be on the channel talk about more picks soon. Like I said, once I get this whole thing going. Yeah, I'm going to be on BMF. I think it premieres March 3rd. I might be wrong, but it's around March. A few episodes on there. But yeah, I try to talk about the mindset stuff, but I'm going to drop more picks next time. But thank you guys for tuning into the stream. You're just helping me with my nerves. It's funny because I'm acting. It's a little bit different from acting, when you're recording, being live. So thank you for coming on here, helping me with my nerves and everything, and sticking out the stream, even though I didn't drop 18 billion picks on here. I really appreciate you guys, everybody that views the channel and supports it. And, join the Patreon. We've called a couple early. We got in at Celestia at 227. Got at Neon EVM at $6. It's retraced a lot. It was at 316, which is cool though, but it's still at like $2.20. Got in G Swift. We made it like a 15x. We got in G Swift at like 4.5 cents. So we're finding picks early. I may not find every pick. I will miss a lot of them. I'm not going to lie, because it's thousands of them. I'm going to miss a lot of cryptos, but I will help you get into good picks early and make some money in this market. And my goal is to really help everybody in my Patreon get 1,000x or at least 100x, at minimum a 50x. I don't see why it's not possible. So join the Patreon. Check out everything altcoins YouTube channel as well. A lot of great alpha over there. God knows everything. I think he's even bullish on some ecosystems I don't even look at, like Polkadot, but the guy knows this stuff. I'm studying myself. So thank you guys for watching my channel again. Thanks for being along with me on this journey, and I'll talk to you next time.